Let's go make a solid of this now. So exit out of the application for Sketcher, and we will go to, I'm going to go into the ISO view, which it should have already defaulted to, and then we will go to model. You can see my computer is really hanging up here. I haven't updated for 6 hours, so maybe that's the issue. It wants me to update already again. Anyways, I'll go ahead and do a pad, and I'm going to reverse the direction, and we'll go 1 inch, and I'm going to hit the up arrow, up, up, up and away. You can just go in 1 inch increments if you hit that, or you can right click on this and change your steps. You could add a new one to go a 1/2 inch, and then when I hit my up arrow, it goes in 1/2 inch increments. I'll select OK, and I've got my solid created. Here's what I don't like. This is not a good technique. This line right here is got a seam in the top of the part. I've got the hidden lines on so you can see that same seam here. So in case you weren't aware of this, under view, under shade, you can shade this different ways to see your part. I always like to shade with the edges just so I get a better idea what's going on the outside edges. And if there's not too many hidden lines, I'd like to use this one here to shade with the hidden lines so I can see hidden lines. I shouldn't see a hidden line here. There should not be a seam. So you might wonder, why is there a seam on here? I'm going to go ahead and open up the part body and double click the sketch. Remember when we mirrored this part? This line only went that far, and this line on the bottom only went that far. I really should delete this line and go to sketch and trim element, and I should trim this line so that it meets this line over here. So when I go to standard and exit the application, you notice that I don't have the seam on the bottom anymore. I still have the seam on the top. Can you fix that issue? Go give it a shot. Pause the video and try it. If it didn't work, I'll be here to demo the next half. So I go back to sketch number 2, delete this line, go to sketch and use the trim command. And I trim that line to this line here. When I exit the sketch, it fixes the problem. Notice that this is one smooth face now. When I click on that, it's the entire face. If I hit undo, I'm hitting undo to bring that to separate lines, and I'll exit back out. That seam is literally 2 different faces. See how there's that face there, and there's this face here. When I was in NC programming, the machine didn't like that. It would try and machine this face, and then try and machine this face over here. And then you got an unnatural lip right in here. I want the machine to machine the entire surface. So I never created parts like that. I would always, again, go into the sketch, select this, and delete it. Go to trim, trim this line to this line. Just verify everything is closed. Uh-oh, it looks like it missed. And right, that's weird that that did that actually, because I was in trim in both elements. I'm going to go back to sketch, trim, trim this line. I must have missed this line when I clicked. I'll trim it to that line. That's why you always want to verify and make sure you've got a closed profile. Highlighting it in blue for me, letting me know it's closed and constrained. There's your constrained profile. So when I exit out of this, we have a nice solid, no seams on the top. I'm trying to rotate here and this computer is just dogging on me. You guys think you're the only ones that have problems with your computer? Mine's just dogging like crazy. And there's the bottom.